All right, guys, what's up, man? It's been a while. Let's do this. Everybody doing well? So I'm gonna do a really quick live stream, then I gotta tick off. So welcome everybody, welcome back everybody. So today's date is now January the 19th, it's a Sunday, and we're gonna jump right into it. So I've been off because I've been planning to have company over. My family is visiting for about a week, so I'm gonna be kind of away from the computer, and I actually ended up missing a bunch of things lately, like Trump. Unfortunately, it just happened to be the day that I was very busy and I was unable to look at the market at all. So welcome everybody, my name is Phil. I've been in the crypto market for about 10 years now. This is my third bull market. This is going to be my third bear market coming up as well. So welcome. And my goal is try to give you guys unbiased advice from the perspective of somebody who's, I'd say, done fairly well in crypto due to the fact that I've made a tremendous amount of capital. I've helped a lot of people make a lot of capital as well. And I know that sometimes my jokes can get too far, but always take it with a grain of salt, guys, because life is too serious to always, or life is too short to be too serious all the time, okay? And make sure, I gotta give a quick disclaimer here. You guys need to trade very responsibly, man. Like you really, you can't be leveraging a lot. You can't be leveraging and have no stop loss at the same time. You can't be blaming other people if you take a loss, right? If you're not going to put in the work to learn how to day trade, but you're going to listen to somebody else and all of a sudden they're wrong, but you over leveraged and you also didn't have a stop loss and you got liquidated. Like, I've had many people that have reached out to me recently saying things like, oh, I listened to you on Twitter and then I leveraged 50x and then they got liquidated their whole life savings. Like, you got to be able to hold yourself accountable, right? All your wins are your wins. All of your losses are because of you as well. It goes both ways. So the title is basically the Trump coin ended up destroying the altcoin market. And that's exactly what ended up happening, okay? So we're going to take a look at Bitcoin first of all. Bitcoin is doing very well, but let's be real. Nobody cares as much about Bitcoin right now as they care about Trump coin. And we're going to talk about why Ethereum is dying, why altcoins are dying right now as well, why Solana is rising to the moon, why XRP is dropping, right? So we're going to talk about these macro factors that are heavily influencing this. So everybody thought that, tomorrow Trump is going to get inaugurated and the crypto market's going to go to the moon. But trust me, I don't think that's going to happen at all. Okay, I think there's something much more devious going on with crypto than we can even imagine, and the higher powers at play are planning something major. So Bitcoin is finally broken out of this lower high pattern. I thought we were going to maybe make a descending type of triangle and then finally break, because if you take a look on this day over here, this was not really the best day, right? It was kind of a hanging man at the top. So it was possible that we were going to get to the 84 to 87K ranges. I called 87K very clearly many times, and we hit 88,900. I'm a little bit off, but this candle instilled a lot of confidence. This Dragonfly Doji, lots and lots of confidence on that candle. Not only that, like if you take a look at the 4-day candle that recently closed, huge candles that are forming. I do believe that Bitcoin is going to make a new all-time high very soon, okay? And you can also see how Bitcoin dominance, it was going up, but now it's starting to drop. Altcoins are starting to get restored. If you take a look at the altcoin market right now, or sorry, the Bitcoin dominance, what do you guys see? You see a higher or a lower high pattern that's forming. Would you guys all agree with me that that's a lower high pattern that's forming? If we take a look at the history of Bitcoin dominance, we know that around this period is where Bitcoin dominance starts to drop, and then altcoins start to have a heavy capitalization where money moves from Bitcoin to the altcoin market. And that's still something that I'm expecting leading up to the middle of March, maybe the end of March, okay? Like that's the latest that I'm going to be holding massive positions, that I'm basically going to get out of every single position that I have, and then I'm going to reevaluate during the summer slowness. Summer is moving like molasses always. You can always see how, for example, the altcoin market, let's go to total 2. You can see in 2017 that usually in the summer, it's not really a good period, right? You kind of want to avoid being heavy in these positions, right? So you can see total 2. I don't know why it's gapping like this right now. It's kind of weird, some of my charts. It's so weird. the fuck is going on with some of these gaps that I've been seeing on TradingView lately? But anyways, you can see that around July, it starts to take like a heavy dip. This was like I know you guys don't see it because I'm zoomed in, but here, this is like in the summertime, it ended up dipping 56% in 2017. So you don't want to be in a position. You have to be able to shave off some profits, right? So then in 2021, the same thing happened as well. Okay, you guys might not be able to see this, but after March, these don't look like big candles, but this is like a 20% drop. And then in May, it's even bigger, right? April to May is like a 33% drop. And then the summers are the worst, okay, for altcoin season. So from May till almost the middle, like almost August, there was a 60% drop again. So from those periods, you really don't want to be in any position, in my opinion. I think it's wiser to take profits sometime between like maybe March to April to May, the latest, and then reevaluate after the July and August period to re-enter again, or at least shaving off some of your profits. So the Bitcoin dominance as well, just to quickly review, in 2021, we can see the Bitcoin dominance, it starts to drop in January heavily, and then altcoin season begins. And then you can see the same thing happen in the previous years. In 2017, right, the Bitcoin dominance eventually goes sideways, then it drops in March, and then a huge altcoin season begins. So I'm still expecting the exact same thing to happen this year. Like right now, I'm not really scared of the market, even though your altcoins are probably bleeding like absolutely fucking crazy right now. But let me explain to you guys why. Okay, I'll explain to you for everybody that's just catching up and they're unfamiliar with it. So Trump, yes, official Trump, the president of America, the 47th president, he released a coin late on what night? Not yesterday, but the night before. Late Friday night, very late. And then Saturday, it fucking boomed. And the worst thing about this is that yesterday, my parents were supposed to be here in Istanbul. Like they were supposed to be here in Istanbul. They're flying Turkish Airlines. I paid fucking $13,000 for them to fly with only 2 flights. With their layover flight, only 2 hours, because they're like 75 years old, man. So I flew them almost direct. 17-hour flight total. But what happens was Turkish Airlines fucking canceled their flight on me. I don't know why. They never gave a reason. They rescheduled their flight for the next day. And then instead of a 17-hour flight, it became a 30-hour flight with 2 layovers that are 6 hours each. And they're fucking 75. Not only that, their return flight home went missing. One flight just happened to be missing. So I was talking to fucking Turkish Airlines literally all day yesterday trying to resolve this issue because I didn't want to pay another $7,000, right? I'd rather get it resolved or try to because I was expecting them to come. So that's why I actually missed fucking everything with Trump. And I'm pissed off about that Turkish Airlines fucked me over for potentially, like, I could have, knowing me, if I day traded that, I would have made at least $500,000. Even with a little bit of money, I would have traded with like $50,000. I understood how important it was after I realized it. So really fucking pissed off right now about this. But this coin was launched by the president basically 2 days before the inauguration. There's obviously a method to the madness of doing this, right? Like there's 100%, there's a method to this madness, which I can't even begin to comprehend or understand why this actually happened, okay? So this coin reached $13 billion of a market cap, and it's now ranked number 14 already, okay? So this was actually launched in the Solana ecosystem instead of the Ethereum ecosystem, okay? So because of that, you can see that since the 18th, Ethereum ended up tanking 11%. Basically, everybody that was in Ethereum, they basically switched over to Solana at that time because Solana was pumping because of the Trump coin getting released on their chain. Does that make sense? Okay, so because of that, and everybody wanting to get in, obviously, on the Trump coin, right? They wanted to get into it from their moms to their fucking dads to everybody. So basically what happened was everybody who had any type of portfolio, okay? Anyone who had any type of portfolio, they basically sold a portion of their portfolio for whatever coins they were holding because they had that FOMO. So with that FOMO, they sold a portion of their portfolio and then they went into Trump coin instead. And that's why every single coin basically bled except for Solana and Trump coin. Okay, so if you, I was fucking pissed off yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, man. My portfolio swung like hundreds of thousands, $450,000 ever since the Trump election came in, right? Because you can see some of my picks, like Polkadot dropped 15%, right? Polygon, like just as an example, dropped 16%, right? Superverse ended up tanking. It dropped like 22%, right? So every coin ended up getting absolutely destroyed because of Trump coin being released. Now, does that mean that you should be selling your position right now for your altcoins because they're bleeding? Oh, and SUI did pretty well too. The answer is no. You should not be selling fuck all. The reason for that is because if you look at the bigger picture, basically everything, I believe that this is the final dip that's going to happen before we start breaking into some newer highs leading up to March. Just as an example with Polkadot, right? I expect that this is roughly the first wave that it hit, or the second wave down, right around the golden ratio, and I expect it to pump now. Actually, my positions have been increasing tremendously, my long positions that I've been DCing for shorter term. So XRP held pretty decently as well, right? But not the best, right? Not the best. It's making a bull flag, that's for sure. Okay, so XRP is making a bull flag right now. I don't know the exact count for XRP, but I would imagine this is a 1. This is probably a 2 somewhere in there. Maybe a 3 is being formed, 4 and a 5. So the 3 is not finished yet, I'm guessing. Okay, just based on how it looks, because you can see that this is basically a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So I think that the 5 is going to finish very soon. It's going to smash the all-time high. It's making this type of flag pattern already. And XRP is probably going to bust out of here eventually. So yes, that is a very good long position that I plan to take soon. So just to summarize very quickly, because I gotta go to the airport to get my parents, okay? So, but I wanted to give you guys a live stream just to catch you up very quickly first of all, because you guys know I like to do emergency streams. So just to catch everybody up again, right? It's not the time to be selling anything in your portfolio. This was literally, like, you can call it kind of like a black swan event. A black swan event is like some really fucked up situation that ends up occurring, right? That could end up wrecking the market in some ways. And the Trump coin being released, it definitely was a catalyst for people dumping basically all of their coins in their portfolio and going for some of the top picks. Like some of them are doing, you know, decent, but not really the best, but a lot of coins are recovering, right? They're noticing that you look at the correlation right now, right? Let's just look at Trump coin. So if you take a look at the Trump coin, what was the first, where, BitMEX? We'll just go to MEXC. Okay, I'll just go to MEX. So, where the fuck is it? Hold on, I gotta add it on here. Trump official. Let's just go to, where is it? I don't fucking see it. Gate.io. Okay, there it's at the bottom. So you can see right here that it's starting to correct, right? You guys can see that is dropping hard. People are basically selling it now, okay? They're not gonna, like, maybe people are gonna buy the dip, but expect a very heavy correction on Trump coin. You have to remember that you buy the news, right? You just, you buy whatever that saying that goes, right? You buy the hype, you sell the news, whatever it is, right? So I think it's going to have a deep correction. And if you take a look in the past 15 minutes, this one 15-minute candle dropped 13%. You know how much 13% of a multi-billion-dollar coin is, right? Like that coin literally just dropped about 1.5, 1.6 billion dollars in market cap in one 15-minute candle. So if you look at some coins now, right, people like, you can see that other coins are rallying now. Look at Link, it's doing extremely well. right? Look at Polkadot. It's doing extremely well. So these coins are now starting to recover now that people are starting to sell the Trump coin again. XLM is doing pretty decent as well with like a 4% recovery, right? So a lot of these coins are probably going to end up picking up. So it's not the time to be selling. The hype is over, guys. The one-day hype is over. You can probably expect a lot of people to talk a lot less about Trump coin very, very soon. I don't think it's going to be worthwhile for you guys to sell any of your positions. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum recovered fucking 8%. I'm in an Ethereum position right now for like $200,000, $120,000. I was down $13,000 on Ethereum. Now I'm only down 5,000. I'm down in my long positions right now, like $45,000 in a $1 million long. So it's not that bad. I'm only down 5%, but I have no liquidation price, and I'm just gonna keep DCing. And it's on like barely a 1.5x leverage. So I'm not scared about the market right now, guys. I'm actually like Solana though. I'm not gonna be holding like it's not in my short term or my longer term swing positions because of this Black Swan event. I would expect that as Trump coin ends up getting sold, it's probably gonna end up breaking, maybe it's even gonna bull trap from this high over here. You guys see the high that it made in like November, right over here? It's probably gonna get bull trapped. I would expect it to come back down as people start selling off the Trump coin, right? So and other than that, I expect dominance, Bitcoin to drop. It's making this lower high pattern consistently for like 3 months now. So 2.5 months. So I expect it to drop. Total 2 market cap, I don't know if it's gonna trend like that. But what I do know is that like right now we're at a resistance where we got bull trapped. But if you zoom out, guys, okay, just zoom out with me and have some confidence about the weekly. Even though some altcoins got destroyed, that is a fucking wild candle. That's a wild bullish candle. Look at the total 3. Total 3 is so bullish on the weekly, right? So bullish. It's making this higher low pattern that's just smashing. So if you take a look right now, what's going on is it broke this high for the total 3 altcoin market cap, and then it tested it, bounced again. So total 3 market cap is looking very strong long term. If you take a look at a coin like even Near Protocol, I love them. That's a very bullish weekly candle. Look at Polkadot, that's a very bullish weekly candle. Polygon, bullish on the weekly. Manta, not so much, okay? Beam is looking pretty bullish too, with a beautiful doji weekly candle on the bottom, right? IMAX is looking great. It's either making some sort of spinning bottom or spinning top at the bottom, or a doji or a hammer candle. Superverse is looking great finally. Finally, it's looking pretty good. So all these coins on the weekly, guys, are looking incredibly like it's either consolidating or it's finding a bottom right now. And honestly, guys, Ethereum is gonna fuck you guys up if you sell it. Okay? Don't believe that bullshit FUD of how Ethereum's not gonna perform. It will eventually perform. The money just has not shifted to altcoin season quite yet because of events like the Trump coin being released. I still believe firmly in Ethereum, okay? So if you guys are reading too much Twitter and saying sell your Ethereum now, they're just people that are trying to make you FOMO into selling, man. I still carry 15% of my coins in Ethereum right now, okay? So it's a large chunk, and I'm very confident it's gonna do some great numbers. If you take a look at the weekly, that is a wild weekly candle, man. If you take a look at the monthly candle, that's a fucking wild doji candle. Look at the monthly candle for Bitcoin. Holy fuck. Why would you even sell into that, right? Solana is monthly. Near's monthly is looking great, right? Polkadot's looking great too. These are not bearish type of candles, in my opinion, most of them. So hang in there, guys. Hang in there. I gotta go. I just wanted to give you guys a very quick update with my thoughts. I hope that you found it useful. And if you appreciate this kind of content, all you gotta do is just hit the like button, man, and hit the thumbs up, and make sure you guys are following me on Twitter for the latest updates. Have a great day. I'm not gonna be on much because I'm with my parents all week. And then the week after that, my lady's parents come to visit us, so we're very busy. And then the week after that, we're off to the Philippines for 3 months. So I'll talk to you guys soon and have yourself a great day. Bye now.